Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Daily Action Picks. I'm Joe Delera and I've got two of my best bets plus a player prop for today's Sunday NBA slate. The first game we're going to be looking at is the Golden State Warriors versus the Denver Nuggets. It's game 4 and the Warriors have absolutely dominated the Denver Nuggets this entire series. And honestly, there's no reason to believe this shouldn't continue. Although Jokic is putting forth an incredible effort here. He's averaging 29.3 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists across 33.7 minutes per game. It's just not been nearly enough. The Nuggets, they have a minus 15.1 point differential per 100 possessions during the series, and that's the second worst of all playoff teams in the first round. So although Denver, they're doing a decent job scoring the basketball, the Nuggets defense just has absolutely no answer for the Warriors. Golden State scoring an insane 129.9 points per 100, and this would actually be 12.3 points better than the Utah Jazz's league-leading offense during the regular season. And they've been doing this with Steph Curry on a minutes limit. So if that limit's only going to get gradually upped, so we can only see this offense getting better as the season goes on, or as the series goes on, rather. But one player prop that I like in particular is not your traditional three-point shooter, and that guy is Draymond Green to make 1 3. He's got a 3 in all 3 games this series and is 4 of 6 in the last 2 years against the Denver Nuggets. And the thing is, in the playoffs, his role changes. They run him at the 5 more, and they're really trying to spread the offense here. In this spot, in 112 playoff games during his career, he's made a 3 in 76 of them. That's 67.9% of his playoff games, and we're getting about minus 105 for him to make 1. I love it. And then for those of you that love the plus money plays, I think you can sprinkle 2 plus 3s as well. He's hit 2 or more in 44 of those games. That's 39.3%, and we're getting plus 560 at FanDuel, and those implied odds are just 15.15%. So I think that this is pretty off, and we're getting a pretty significant edge for him to make 2. So considering the fact that he's taken 2, 3, and then another 3 in these 3 games this series, I'll sprinkle him to hit 2 plus 3s in this matchup. Now back to the game overall. I mentioned about Draymond being at the 5, and that's really created the new iteration of this depth lineup. And that's a lot of because of Draymond playing the 5, but also Jordan Poole's emergence. That lineup of Curry, Clay, Poole, Draymond, and Wiggins is destroying. They have a plus 33.4 point differential, and they're scoring 143.4 points per 100 possessions with an effective field goal percentage of 77.4%. That's just insane. Those numbers are crazy. So I think that Golden State is going to close out this series, and they're going to be in a position where they're just waiting on the winner of the Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. So lay the 4 points and back Golden State to complete the sweep. For my next best bet, we're looking at the Phoenix Suns against the New Orleans Pelicans. The big story was that Devin Booker wasn't going to play, and then he's going to be missing a couple weeks due to that hamstring injury. And what do the Suns do? They go out and they win game 3. They still have Chris Paul. They still have a roster full of talent. And DeAndre Ayton has really stepped up. He dropped 28 points and 17 rebounds in a double-double in game 3 to complement Chris Paul's 28-point 14 assist effort. While both of them, their individual prop lines have just skyrocketed. So they've moved a little bit to the point where I'm not comfortable backing the over, and I certainly don't want to play the under on them. So I just think that they're strong enough as a duo to really lead the Suns in this series. And look, even though this series has been pretty even, Phoenix is leading the series in terms of points, 338 to 335. The Suns had an abysmal game by their standards in game 3, and they still won. They were out-rebounded by 10, and they shot just 4 of 26 from three-point range, yet they won 114 to 111. So while everybody was quick to count the Suns out with Devin Booker going down with the hamstring injury, they've survived those minutes in the regular season, and I expect them to survive them in the postseason. During the regular season, they posted a plus 9.6 point differential whenever at least Chris Paul was on the floor without Devin Booker. This team has depth, and it has options. So back Phoenix as a 3-point favorite, and for them to straighten out their 3-point shooting, and expect them to take a 3-1 series lead in game 4 and lay those 2.5 points. So those are my best bets for today's Sunday NBA slate. Let me know in the comments if you're riding, if you're following. Hit me up on Twitter at Joe Delara, and tune in every day for more free daily action picks.